pertains to Israel, just like Apostle Paul was saying. Keep going.
And the glory.
The glory, all right? All the glory that the brothers want, all right? Having rulership, spiritual power, everlasting life, all right? Keep going.
And the covenants.
The covenants, both old and new covenants, was given to us. Keep going.
And the giving of the law.
The giving of the law. Hey, the only people that can teach this word are the Israelites. Nobody else. Most High set a prophet that was not out of that you had to come out of the line of Jacob to be a prophet, to serve him. Keep going.
And the service of the Most High.
The service of the Most High, plain. Ain't no, you can't go into the scriptures to show us where the Most High had a prophet of another nation that he was dealing with. All right? Even all you in these groves, you know that the 12 disciples are all Israelites.
Well, I mean, you know, you had Barak.
Yeah, Barak, yeah. Yeah, but come on. I mean, he gave a heathen a message, but after that, he didn't deal with him. You know? So Most High only dealing with Israel. Keep going down.
And the promises.
Yes,
now, just real quick on that part where it say in the glory, that's just talking straight about the kingdom, man.
Kingdom, come on.
To show you that ain't gonna be no Edomites that's gonna be just as employees or making it into the kingdom, man. The kingdom of heaven is for us to be rulers, man.
Keep going.
Whose are the fathers?
Whose are the fathers? The fathers is talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Keep going.
And of whom, as concerning the flesh, Mashiach came.
Wait, he came for who? The Israelites. Okay. That's what it's all about. He came only for the Israelites. He didn't die for these other nations. It's plain and simple. I told you the whole, yeah, come on. Yeah. 16? Yeah. Start at 16, because a lot of you in the churches don't even understand this stuff. And a lot of people calling themselves Israelites, they still believe that he died for all nations. He didn't die for all nations. Go ahead and go into that, Art.
This is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish.
That's the world. The word there is cosmos. He so loved the world. It's an arrangement of people, of a particular arrangement of people. That's talking about Israelites. Okay. All right? Just like you got the animal world, you got the political world, you got the sports world, okay? You got the world of Israel. He's not talking about all the people on the planet. Keep going down, Art.
But have everlasting life.
Before you going.
For who the world ignorantly called God, was Yahweh, sent not his Son unto the world to condemn the world, but that he would through him might be saved.
Keep going.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High.
Come on. And that's basically what it is. You know, because if you don't believe on, he said, if you don't believe on the name, the believing on the name is important. It's not just us saying it. There's actually a belief that we have in the name. We have a belief in who this man, who he was, what he did for us. You know? And that's the reason why, like the brother was bringing out beautifully, talking about the covenant, new covenant, us being able to keep the laws. Nate believes that you can keep the laws on this side. That you can keep the laws fully. Because he don't believe on the name of, he don't believe on what Yahweh, the work of Yahweh Shai. That's why he believes on Christ and on his congregation. They don't believe on the work. They don't believe on what is set for those that believe on him. Okay? Go ahead and give me that John 7:35 to see who he was dealing with.
All right, this is John 7:35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, say it again, huh?
Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? What manner of saying is this that he said,
All right, so they understood that word diaspora is talking about the diaspora. That's who he's trying to gather. He's trying to gather his people out from among these other nations. Okay? So basically for, you go ahead and get that. Yeah, just go ahead and give me, go ahead and finish up that Tobit 13.
Let's start back at
Yeah, start back
5.
up there. Start there at 5, come on.
Tobit 13, verse 5. And he will scourge us for our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations, among whom he hath scattered us. If ye turn to him with your whole heart and with your whole mind, and deal uprightly before him, then will he turn unto you, and will not hide his face from you. Therefore see what he will do with you, and confess him with your whole mouth, and praise the Lord of might, and extol the everlasting King. In the land of my captivity do I praise him, and declare his might and majesty to a sinful nation. O ye sinners, turn and do justice before him.
11:47.
Who can tell if he will accept you and have mercy on you?
Have mercy on us. All right, the only people he can have mercy on is Israel. He's not going to have mercy on these other nations. This is the prayer of Tobit. All right, a righteous man. All right, he understood. Yeah, you got it. Okay. He understood what he was praying about. All right, all the men of faith understood what this was all about. If you don't have the faith of Abraham, then you're not going to get this. The Most High only set up certain men to understand this. Right? We're fortunate to have understood this in these last days.
That's right.
You know, we didn't do this on our own work. This is the work of Yahweh Shah dying that we may be able to receive this knowledge. But you got people out there, they had this knowledge and they rejected it. People like Baloo, Lahab, a lot of other men. They didn't treat this as valuable as it should have been. This has been invaluable to you. But a lot of people are selling this out for filthy lucre's sake, taking the 501c3. So they could basically be with some FRNs that's about to be crashed. That's why the elites that gave you that deal, they're going to be laughing in their bunkers, all right? While they're eating while they're drinking sipping on some nice wine, waiting for us to put them in slavery. But during that time, they're going to be laughing at your ass. They're going to leave you high and dry, Nate. Go ahead and give me that, just to go further and further like we've been talking about. This is about Yahweh Shah and what he's doing for our nation, right? First and foremost, starting with the elect.
All right. St. John 11:47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees and council and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
That's what they were worried about. And they weren't worried about the salvation of their people getting out from underneath the Romans. They wanted them to keep them underneath these Romans as long as they was getting the goodies. That's what the sellouts among our people do. They don't care. That's why these men, they never talk about the destruction of America. Here it is, America about to be destroyed. World War III is coming.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Yes,
literally, World War III is at the door. It's already started. It's already a proxy war.
Yeah.
All right? We already seen that Turkey is getting at Russia. We see Russia is upset with Turkey. You see all the stuff that's going on, but what they worried about? You got niggas worried about how to share your wife. How you gonna share your husband or whatever?
How to share your man.
How to share your man. You got niggas going and talking to Sarnetta TV, doing debates with niggas that's not gonna wake up. Wasting their time. Instead of waking up the elect, you waste your time talking to dead men.
Yeah,
You talking to zombies.
Hey, Sakari, he just came straight out and went through the list. He said, Polite, Shaka Atmos, all of Sarah Susan Sandy. Yeah, all them niggas, he say shit. He say, these are my brothers. He just came straight out and fucking said it, man. Letting you know he didn't like you been talking about all these niggas are selling out. He just sold out, man.
Yeah.
God got into that shit, man.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about people like that. you don't realize this. You got to realize what kind of people are dealing with you. You know, hey, they say birds of a feather flock together. So if you would if those type of niggas is agreeing with you, if you got niggas like Baloo jumping on your comment board agreeing with you, then you got Izar, you got all these different rejects jumping on your comment boards agreeing with you, something must be wrong with you. Because the world's supposed to hate you. Exactly. Isn't that what's written? Hey, they're part of the world. They're not down with this. You should be rebuking them. You should be, how come you're not sitting up making videos against Baloo? Baloo going off, how come you're not doing that? Because you respect the persons and you're part of this world.
He's trimming his way, seeking love.
Yeah. Because if you was about truth, you would have been telling them to get off into, hey, like the white boys used to say, scram, scram.
Yeah.
You would have been saying, hey, get out of here, man. Hey, I don't want you on my comment board. You know? Because if you're saying something that maybe it might be edifying, if you got demons like that on your board, man, I don't want them on mine.
That's right.
You know? I don't want demons like that. Hey, I don't want them agreeing with anything. I want them to just stay in their own lane and wait till the missiles get them. You know? Hey, they're scoffers, let them scoff, but agreeing, hey, when a scoffer starts agreeing with you, hey, you got to start examining your ways, man. You got to start saying, man, what did I do? Hold on. Hey, something's going on. I must be slipping. Because I got a scoffer out here agreeing with me, you know? You should be questioning if the world loves you, you know? If it's something, you know? Because we're supposed to be hated. We're supposed to be despised among men. Okay? Hey, we the men you love to hate. And we like that. Okay? And we want you to stay hating us. All right? Go ahead and give me a Baruch 4 and 36.
This is Baruch 4, verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High.
Exactly. So the Most High sent us away, but guess what? He's gathering us from the east to the west, and we're gathered by the word of the Holy One. Okay? Which is this truth that we've been bringing out, that we wholeheartedly believe in.
That's right.
Okay? This is something that you can't have no doubt in your mind about. Most High is not dealing with doubtful men. There's no maybes in this thing. Yahweh Shah is his name.
That's right.
Okay? He was sent by his father Yahweh. If you doubting that, something might be wrong. If you need edification, if you're a new brother, we've talked about how each of us kind of gotten to knowing the name. Let a brother break it down to you. That's what we're here to do. Feed the elect. Give you understanding. Do you have any? Yeah, go ahead and give me Isaiah 3. Start at the top. All right? Because the thing about it, of our people, they don't want to be the greatest people on earth. That's the thing that's amazing to us, is that here it is, the Most High telling you you're his people, the creator, the one who set forth all this magnificent creation that you set forth. You said we don't want to be with him. We don't want to be him. We don't want him to be our power. They don't even consider it. They don't even consider all these things that happen to our people. Hundreds of years, you niggas still want to be here. Even the so-called, even Esau, even these Edomites out here, they wonder, they be thinking in the back of their mind, are they going to wake up? Because they know one day it's coming, but they're sitting here like, damn, we had them for 400 years, kicking their ass, took their land, do all this wicked shit to them, and they just still want to love us. They wonder, like, something's got to be wrong with these people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, I say, remember we was talking about the mind control and how they put it into the language, man. The white man, he organized his words in such a way, and one of the examples is all men are created equal. Ooh, and that did a number on Jake, man. Ooh. That's why Jake wants the white man to go into the kingdom. He can't. Man. Jake, 2/3 Jake don't want to go into the kingdom if the white man can't be there with him, because of that brainwashed mind control. All men are created equal, and they wholeheartedly believe in that. So, right, that's a form of mind control. All men are not created equal. You think your ass can step in the ring with John Bones Jones? You're not equal to that man. He'll knock your fucking head off, man. You know, even if you were to train, you know, for a year, 2 years, 3 years, man, you probably would never get on his level.
But that just go to show, man, all men are not created equal, and our people, they want to believe